It's 10:51 a.m. on the 25th day, 6th month, 2023. Boy, look at all the fryers on in Germany right now. Wow, huh? Their radars are blasting. Absolutely blasting. It caught my eye. They all come on at once. Suddenly, bzzz, turn the fryers in. But my concern here is this storm front that's now crossing over the Irish Sea and parts of the Atlantic Ocean here that impact Scotland and the rest of England today. They've had a hell of a batch that came through Ireland. It is just now leaving Belfast. Yeah, they can't hide the fryer lines, can they? Bzz, 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 coming out from Londonderry. Sorry about that. But that was a very, very, very powerful line of storms that came across. And so I'll take you up to the most recent that we got going on here as this thing is creeping along, creeping along, creeping along. And what you can expect today across the UK is as follows. Now I want you to notice this area around here where my hand is, the middle finger. That's where Glastonbury is. And this afternoon, you're about to see a storm line. It's not going to be very pleasant when it comes across. Right, it's going to pick up some steam as it's over the open waters right now. The electrical line in front of it's going to spring up. Whammo. I do believe they might have some troubles down there. It's going to be quite an electrical day as we go through England and this comes across. But I'm expecting some nice clear skies over me tonight as this goes across Germany. I imagine all those radars will be off during those moments there. Sheesh. Talk about pinning a storm. Oh, I see what they did. They created a heated corridor, forces it into Poland. Yeah. Yes. Eventually that'll make it down into Turkey. On it. Nope. Fryer lines in for them. Earthquake risk is high. And you got a wicked day coming to you to New Zealand. And I wanted to show the UK first. Because hey, it's Sunday afternoon here, and we want to do some things today. We want to know when to pick the picnic up. If we're by the canal having our riparian entertainment, watching the boats go by. It's not too long, until about 4 o'clock this afternoon, my time. Places like Hull, Scunthorpe, Lincoln, even outside of Liverpool. Going to see, what's that, Preston? That area over here toward Manchester. Yeah, Manchester going to get wrecked. Look at the Munters over there. Going to have a bit of a couple hours of unhappiness going on. How much is falling? Ooh, centimeter every 3 hours, centimeter and a half. So yeah, you could see some flash flooding down around these towns around Manchester. Oh, the poor folks. A good day out can be ruined by the geoengineers. This is your 24-hour totals, 12-hour totals, nothing. Yes, they're expecting a couple centimeters in over 3 days. Wetness is for the Manchester. That means this river here, which is called, I don't know all the rivers and all that here. That's the River Mersey. Yeah, the ferry across the Mersey. So the Mersey's going to be running muddy, very muddy. And when it meets the tides down here, could be some problems. But on the 10s, it's just a normal amount of rain you'd expect in summertime. But not going to be expecting the big clobbering they're about to get up here in Scotland. 3s, 5s, 10s. Uh-oh. That means they're moving another system across. So Ireland, get ready. London area, these areas here. What is this? Dung law. Dung. Dung, da dung, 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 dung. The dung is law. Hey, why? Oh, go to the government house. There's plenty of dung there for you to find. All right, New Zealand. Ooh, the further continuing, staying at the totals. My God, that's a lot. But remember, it was 1.2 meters the other day, so they've gotten 40 centimeters so far of that. Look at this along the continuing staying of that total along this coastline here as they're moving tendrils across in this direction. And flooding out very specific growing regions of the world. And this is a huge growing region for the world's hungry people. And boy, it's not looking good for the areas here through China, the Gobi Desert, Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Northern Territory. You're in the sights. Are we rolling? Yes, I think we are. Yes, Alan Brown. It's a frownable thing. Hey, some of the totals I'm seeing here are in the pink now. You're in the pink, dude. This is not the pink you want to see. This is the stinking pink. All along a road line. Have it, Marlboro. Have it, A1. Have it, railroad track. Have these streams here, and then the river runs through it. The river Styx. Yes, do you have your coins to put upon your eyes for across the river Styx? It's going to be wide. It is going to not be quite sticks that are coming down these roads. It could be cars, houses, animals, and trees that get washed out. Clear view. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. You've got time to prepare. You've got time to prepare. Okay. Ooh. Still in the terrible totals as you went about 14 centimeters. Expect that total to rise because look at these tendrils offshore. Look at some of these thicker pockets. Thick pockets of tendrils out here. Lots of gaps between them to cause flows. Excuse me a minute. Yeah, it's not a little bit of water just parked out there. It's going somewhere. They're going down to the crossroad. They got their rider by the side. They got their friar by your side. Look at this, a Berkeldine. Ooh. Ooh. Things that make you go, ooh. And you look at the terrible totals that make you go, ooh. They're directing a storm right over the top of your crossroads. What do we got out west out here? Yeah. It's still looking bad. Then they're splitting it up to hash bluffed. Hey, bluffing. They just lying to you, telling you this is climate change. Bullshit. Your climate is being changed by the fucking chem bombers, fryers with their microwaves, the endless squares of it all, like I showed you here on that other broadcast I did when I was loading up with my hands, how these things are, these stationary waveforms can then have bombs deployed in them and predictable flows of winds occur as they move the jet streams and various rivers of moisture around and cause flows to occur with sweeping beams like one that's come across your country in this direction, which I could show you quite plainly right here. You see that big beam there? Here's your timestamp for people that are particular. This is mimic TPW. You got lots of choices, domains, time frames, and you can look at the precipitable moisture. If it all rained down at once right this moment, how much is there? And so as the DMF waveforms influence the condensates in air that is showing like no clouds, it just, that layer of the atmosphere's moisture gives a certain kind of return that the algorithm it does a determinant on. Yeah, I know what I said. You got a lot of beaming going on over the coast over here, right in this one station area here. You see lots of little V's pointing at the same spot. Your big V's come on through this direction as they keep the flow pinned, keep that river down, make the flow here for now. They're not ready for it to come through to Queensland yet. It has to come through here first. So they make these heated outflow lines like this barely determinable one in the moisture right through here, but it's enough for me to get an idea of where the water's going to go. It's like a rock in a river, man. If you can't read that in advance, you better not be out there in an open boat canoe, that's for sure. See the straight line appear here for the flows? But very faintly, there's another one along this coastline here. It's a big blast. Bzzzt, 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 bzzzt. And as I look to New Zealand, I expected to see a beam on this side. It's going to act like a wiper blade and just spin it right to that. You have another heated line here. It's guided this along. You can't go south of this line until that EMF line moves. All the straight lines are pointing right at Blenheim right here. So I would say that spy station is being used for weather manipulation with its electromagnetic devices, radar dishes, HARP field, ESCAT radar. You can see the ESCAT right from the fence. See the line? Goes all the way up through here. It's a big blast. That's not a localized NEXRAD. It's not a ship at sea. It's all centered here. Beam on, beam off. To the beam up, Scotty. Bones, bones. Skin and bones as we are. So that's determined all your flows. That determined your pin line. It determined why it's going to backflow. Secondary beam line is right here. So that'll creep towards that as this comes toward it, feeds that. When these two smash over the top of you here, coming in about, well, it's about 10 hours from now, it's not going to go well. So I'll show you guys right now in New Zealand. Hi, South America, how you doing? And there she is right now parked, right off the coast, getting ready to be swept in with the beam while these two lines meet each other, and that tendril's going to be coming in very appropriately to meet each other. See the lines? Where do they meet? Where are they going to clap heads? Right over your ass. Wherever they clap heads gets the worst downfalls. Right now, the pressure wave in front of the two should be interacting enough to spring up the in-between storms. Yet predictable. It has to happen that way. Fill it up with chem bombs, and you've got yourself a disaster coming at. A wallop of a schmacker radio keister. Yeah, 'cause your heads are in the sand. You ain't seeing what's coming. And when they turn your radar off, so you can't see if you're even safe enough to go on the road, looks like they put a beam line on, holding that up so this can come up around and grab it. And smack it on in for the south. Have to do that. Hold it off. Holding. When that beam blasts that off like that, your earthquake risk rocks. And for right around where my middle finger is and up through here. The other highest earthquake risk is over here at Vanuatu way, right around where my finger's pointing. Could be volcano. Could there's some spewations going on. As we get the winter mix comes up and you have Rudolph got the red nose chem deer. Oh no. At about that time, snows in the Tassie. Snows will start up in the high Alps of Australia. Strange. Koala bear gotta have a big coat that day. And then we get to the weekend. And the predicted Schmeckaroo Phase 2 comes along. And this one's going to be more electrical in its nature. Excuse me. Yeah, I stuffed a pikelet down my neck. It was very tasty. With jam and clotted cream on it. It's weird. There's worse things in life. Yeah, you're going to need your winter coats that day. Oh my. Hey, let's just give them the storm that brings down the hills on a day when they ain't got no coats on. You gotta get your umbrellas ready. It's gonna be the soggy bottom for the boys out there. Deep constant sorrow all through their days. They're gonna own no one. They're going to be unhappy about that. But if you can make 7 billion plus people happy, 0.001% unhappy, I think that the good of the many outweighs those of the few. As we get to the end of the week and the inundations of the predictable areas of the Queensland corridor up here is going to get a pounding, absolute pounding. Like I said, expect these totals that I show you to rise. The rain accumulations to be expected are extremely high in some of these areas. This is not to be taken lightly. Yeah, when you taking a trip up to Agnes Water, you are definitely going to have some problems if you're taking these roads here. Watch your roads. We're at Campton. I don't believe those totals will stay low for you. I see you in the 25 centimeter range within the next 12 days. Yeah, your totals were way too low on this. Way too low. But that's a pinpoint hit on a volcano that they're already, the sides are crumbling. I wouldn't want to be there when that dam breaks. Ooh, boy. I'd be pumping the water out of that thing if I was you. That look like a crack. Crack kills. Hey, so wear underwear. Hey, that stays up. I'm doing a determinant if you see me looking around like this. I'm not trusting this tendril staying way over here. This is a large amount. It is sitting there, ready to come back around. I ain't believing these totals at all. But if some of this is going to be locked up as snow, right? You know that, right? That you're going to have some of this locked as snow. So hit that later on with a warm rain. It's 8 inches of snow. Read that says 8 inches is not a small amount. I'm trying to find my settings here. Yeah, so I could change the change it over to just centimeters because I was doing USA. They're expecting some big rains actually. I'm coming across parts of them. The fjord lands. Have it, man. Have it, have it, have it. Winter wonderland for the penguins. There's some snow just wasted out there, but it's just going to come kiss Christchurch just a little bit. Over there at the Karoa there. Littleton. That name seems out of place. We're gonna have to blackwash that name a little bit, I think. Yeah. I want to name one town bada bing, bada bang, bada bang. Oh, why wouldn't you? Bada bing, bada bang, bada bang. Hastings. We can get rid of that. We'll call it Hashings, and we'll make hash there. Yeah, and there'll be no violence because everybody will be just mellowed out, man. Over here at the Fuckatoe, man, we're just hanging out with Clive. Right there, Clive. This is nice to see. Like you're not going to get any rain, snow at all. Good. That's nice to see. Yeah, you believe in this. Though you did have a big shellackings yesterday, and you do get a bit of a break in between for what is coming. What is coming just for you. It ain't just for you. It's the whole world is getting the treatment. Whether they're getting burned out from the same old routines of life or burned out from a forest fire. But at least winds offshore here ain't no joke. Right. To read the pressures on a day like this has to snap back. That double has to come through. This has to feed that there. If this locks in and stays high like this, it's almost impossible for any flow to go anywhere but over and up and down and around. It's the only way you can get stuff. So as this high comes over, you should actually have a couple days break, but it's going to pull this right behind with it. And lately it seems the tendency is you see a high pressure and you get a storm, which is counterintuitive the way weather naturally would work. If we would have high pressure, we would call it a bluebird day. Yay, high pressure system's here. We're going to have a good time, go camping. Now you see the high pressure, you go, well, how high is it? And there's a higher one next to it that's going to make the difference. Because you got low dogs down here sitting at 960, 868, 970, right dancing right around each other. Easy enough to bring one of them up into this system as they're blooping back and forth, like two hands in the water. Moving them towards and away from each other. You could cause water to shoot up or down depending upon the direction you hold your hands or how hard you do it. And the bubble up is pulling all the tropics down and over Queensland. You got a long range sustained rain event coming to you guys. So I imagine about 3 days from now you're going to see some ungodly totals up here. Some of them may even be in the 500s, a millimeter range. You know, when you got storms that are belting down at 2 centimeters of rain every 3 hours, and they're parked over you for a half an hour even, you're getting half a centimeter of rain. Where's it going to go? If all the streams are swollen, where's it going to go? Exactly, it just goes where level demands, where the wind might blow it. Yeah. And I think chemtrams blow. Chemtrams suck. And here's your toxic air report. Right, we got streamers of death coming from out here in the Indian Ocean. Either that or they're boiling a big pot of some kind of spices out here. Here they come. You know, get the spice alive. Chem booming your town now. Chem booming your town. They're gonna boom tonight. Boom, boom, no moonlight. Boom, boom. A lover's gonna fall in love and get moonstruck. If they take the moon and stars away, where are we gonna have our dreams? And for a vaster future out somewhere else, away from this madness of combinations with emanation point right here, dot. Boom, 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 and it shot off a 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 boom. I'm droning on and 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 on. And is it possible they're using drones? Absolutely. This is way above the altitude of which your cloud seeding planes would be operating. This is corporate altitude, military altitude, special permission needed to operate altitude. And look at that. The flower of death. Moving along. Another one, Sanchez, and you're not like one of them ones that angel blast them ones, that angel of death. They come across in a line and they deploy stuff on either side. I shared one where it can also be done with helicopter platforms as well. That answered somebody's question. High, a big H in your sky. Breathe it, have it. This is not a vitamin. This is white hat, blue hat bullshit. This is chemtrails going on. And you're being twatted. You look like a pig grunting in the sky with a big old greedy snout. Snouting. Or is that a croc? Oh yeah, it's a croc. A bull comes from excuses. They tell you this is climate change. Now this is corporate greed. This is what Eisenhower warned us about. The runaway military industrial complex. It seems that the enemy is people itself, and your mind is the prize. What's this thing blowing bubbles? Boop, boop. Popeye? Nah, this is a huge field of chemtrails. Where are we located at this moment? Out in the desert, between Longreach, Mount Isa, and Birdsville. The desert, full of clouds, full of chem. Far too much rain. When you're in a month of rain every month, and you believe in a climate change lie, then yeah, mercy on your soul for going along with it, because complacency kills, and ignoring things like facts and documents makes you ignorant by definition. Boom, 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 and the pretzel hold. The eyes of Moloch looking you right between the eyes. 10-minute jumps backwards. What in the hell fudge cloud is this? And it's fully dilated. What's going to come out of that? Profits for our precious. Profits for the nano aluminum companies that make the metallics that they spray in your skies. Aluminum, barium, strontium. Profits for Raytheon. Profits for the corporation that sells you fake things. Like meats from ground up things that were never meant to be in the human body. It's plant-based, yeah, made in a processing plant. It's a natural flavor. Yeah, if crushed up cricket is a natural thing. Look at this thing here. Boom, 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 boom. Get a T here and that. One way then another. This is chem bomb field just sustaining. And if they stop blowing these bombs up, you won't be having these storms you're going to get. They turn off these microwaves. Got a boogeyman face right there over the top of you. Hey, yo, boogeyman. Chem bomb you good again. Yeah. Woo. Woo. I'm happy and sad. Happy, sad. Cause it's crappy. You get the ass cloud right here in front. That's why he's sad. Somebody filled his ass out. Correct kills. There's the correct. These are chem bombs. And seeing things in a cloud is as natural as what a child would do. Yeah, but it's not seeing things. And when I see the chem deployments, I'm not making this up. When you got strato cruiser like this. This should give us the Harvard Club Stratospheric Controlled Perturbation Experiment Scopex. This is corporate. And this is funded by the Gates Foundation with Melinda and all that. And it's by lots of money. All through the years, this one place, this one university of Harvard, he puts out some very bad ideas. You're testing. First solar geoengineering test. My ass, some of the stuff that they've got. Paris Agreement, they're all in on the governance, stratospheric governance of this stuff. You're going to have to click through these links and do your readings on this. And who does the funding? It's Gates. Same guy that funded the vaccines. Everybody's finding out it wasn't such a good idea in the long run to have done. Again, it's just the secret. I'm going to find a better article on this. You should see the pictures of some of this stuff. Right, funding, Gates funding efforts to block the sun. He absolutely is. Looking on the outside, he is. He absolutely is. He's not trying to block the sun. Solar radiation management is blocking the sun. Well, you ain't getting an honest answer off Google today. But I will do it. I'll find it. Who funds the Scopex program at Harvard University?
According to Newsweek, the Scopex project is partially funded by the Harvard University Solar Geoengineering Research Program, which lists Bill Gates as one of its philanthropic donors.
Philanthropic donors. Philanthropic means it's corporate. It's people with the money. It's people that have a vested interest. And it's this freaking university here. It's very bad ideas. So they cannot be reached. Yeah, we wouldn't want to tell the truth, would we? Hey, but this is where I get information. In Newsweek, I guess, is viable lies. Right, to people. Yeah. Professor Frank Couch, we have some questions for you off the couch here. What are you thinking, first off? Why are you trying to block the sun? What's this? What is the definition of solar radiation management? An idea born of desperation. Yeah, it is. Somebody's desperate for some more money. It blocks the sun. Blocking the sun. Sending it out into space. Somehow. Many methods have been proposed. Whether it's space-based mirrors, spraying you with shit in the sky, putting seawater up, or increasing iron in the ocean so that algae and things like this would grow more and sequester the carbon. Why don't we just plant trees and quit fucking around with the chem bombs? And this is what we see in our sky now. You can't tell me somebody's not trying to block the sun when by definition solar radiation management is designed to block the sun. Cloud brightening gives us this crap here that we see so many times on satellite images. Right? This is no lie. We ain't making this up. Cloud brightening is horrendous. Marine cloud brightening, Australia, Great Barrier Reef. When I'm telling you they can spray your skies with stuff, I'm not kidding. Well, they block your sunlight and they fact check you and tell you that they're not trying to block the sun, when the program by definition, solar radiation management, is managing solar radiation, which is sunlight. And if you believe that kind of shit, then you should put your mask back on, get in line, and take whatever the corporation wants. They want you dead, I think, when they're doing stuff like this over the Great Barrier Reef. And this is an actual, right? This is not a lie. I don't make these things up. This is the saddest reality I've ever had to confront, is watching the killing of my planet while a bunch of people tell me it ain't going on, or tell me it's something different. Did China make an artificial sun? Yes, they did. Was it something deployed into space that you could see? No. And what they propose is for mirrors to block the sun is like this. I just happened to see a comment. It should also be on page 13. Here's this document here if you'd like to go over it, anybody who's interested. It breaks my heart even having to know these things. Cloud brightening, I showed you. Space-based was for page 14 down here. They proposed 55,000 mirrors in space, actually. Random orbits, creating a ring of dust particles guided by satellites at altitudes of 1,200 to 24,000 mile. Bullshit. You'd see 55,000 black dots in your skies aiming sunlight away. An artificial sun can also be like a nuclear explosion, right? And then the sun rose from the other side when it shouldn't have. Maybe we should think of these. And there's all sorts of articles about these. Even how to agitate water to make more bubbles, and so it reflects more light into the sky. A lot of things have been proposed that are in that document that I can easily go over. And all of these have little proofs in them. Little things of why they say it. What's their sales pitch? Ocean fertilization, right? That turned into a terrible idea. It ended up causing a hypoxia in the ocean, which was it was not good for oxygen deprivation, which could cause fish kills. And stimulate phytoplankton production was good for some things eating it, but what about the iron? They've just find ways to get rid of toxic waste legally in an ocean. How can we pour our stuff in here and make you go yay while we do it? And it's just wrong. It's called pollution and we shouldn't do it. There's so many methods have been proposed to block the sun. And then you're telling me you're not trying to block the sun. And Simpsons even said Mr. Burns was trying to block the sun. Who's done this document right here? His name is Burns. You can't make this shit up. You just can't. And this is very real. And I like to know what's in those barrels that are covered up to make sure you can't see what's in them. These poor people over here, God only knows what they're being exposed to while they're being told one thing. And I think this is a bad idea. You wake up in the morning, the old sky smells like old crappy bed, over the fish been down laying in the corner laying their eggs. With his cloud pricing risks of geoengineering. I don't make this up. This is a terrible coral bleaching. I think it can be caused by acids in the rains. These things are quite real.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster?
Yeah, I'm not going to watch this video, Great Barrier Reef coral bleaching, because I don't want to hear their lies. I don't want to hear none more lies coming out of the mouths of these news readers. I'm just tired of them telling lies. When bleaching can clearly happen from acid, the readings of the acids in the rains are becoming quite evident to be in the very low 6s, 6.3, 6.2 on many of these raining events, which is terrible for all life. Except for certain biodomes like molds and fungus, they'll be enjoying that. Cancer rates will be off the chart. Mold illnesses. Nothing's drying out anymore. Because they're blocking the sun with the chem bombs, and there's repeated manipulations of the jet streams and the currents of the ocean themselves through shock waves and putting stuff in the water that doesn't belong there. Meanwhile, the toxifications of the nation goes on and on and on while I'm losing my patience about the toxifications of the nations. Standing waveforms frying you out over the mountains, streamers of death going there towards the major city populous centers. This is sickness mix, and it's sickening to see. You ain't got a dime to give you to help you out. After they take your home away from a weather event, it's being done by private corporate interest. But when your country itself, Australia, is listed on the stock exchange as a corporation, you're living on a dead thing. You haven't. It's over. That type system. Look at the S right here. It's not natural. Don't be laughing, New Zealand. You're on the stock market too. Every freaking country in this world nearly is on that stock market. It's all corporate now. The corpus being ruled by zombies. The perpetual politician that always says the system is broken. Well, they've been part of that system, then they're broken. To get them out of there, it's a bad gear. Pelosi, shill shift. God, that Democrat side needs to go. Don't be laughing so much about the Republican side. Donald Trump shredded the Clean Air Act and stood on Standard Rock. I'm not having that either. Look at the squares to these as they move these storms through. They're going to be pushing against this. It's going to lead to the event that's about to unfold. Woo, flat top boogeyman face out there. My. As far as storms right now, radar-wise, the only real main action was actually these lines that were moving across Australia here. So I'll run through here with this line. Over here between Bendigo and Bandadandadadingo. Hey, Seymour Butts. Oh, I'm over here Munchausen. Proxy Munchausen weather system. Look at us. Red Cross. They ain't gave you shit, did they? collected all that money from the Lismore floods and give you all fuck all. But hey, they enjoyed a good season. I wonder how much money the Red Cross made last year. Very curious about that. Boom. Boom. So it's an up and over. It's doing a night move like chess. That's spinning. So this line here, that's just about to impact this area right here is a spinner. So be watching for hail and dangerous winds and lightning, and with that particular storm. Not good, not good at all. It's like pinpoint accuracy. Squeeze the storm right along a certain line, you know. Just ham it right on up along that road line there. Horse them around with your weather. What a fucking shame. Oh, I busted a beam on New Zealand. I absolutely did. Yeah. I got you guys. I just didn't make a big deal about it. Every day I got him. See the beam shooting out here? Bzz, bzz, the Energizer. It went out here too, hitting the storms that's coming in, making a fold. Yep. Bzz. Then no data at all, right? Because, you know, they want you so safe. I wonder if how we're looking over here today. Can I shut this one off? Turn this one on. Let's see what's going on. Chem going bomb. Boy, it was a nice clear day for you guys here, huh? Isn't that nice to see? Ooh, this is not so nice to see. Full skylashes. Hi. It's just before they moved the line off when the flow changed. And they allowed the flow through. You can still see the microwaves down there holding the flow off in a V like this. See the shape? Pointing right at an X-ray. Hi, have a chem bam. All clouds look like a number 3. Go fuck out of here. How we doing over here in New Zealand? Anything to see off your coast? Are we allowed to see? Oh yeah, no super lines on this. Yes, I caught it with your pants down. Oh, look, we got a 7. It was almost like they wrote pie in the sky. It's pie in the sky. Came bammed high. Oops, they want $1 trillion fund. They don't care if you're gone. They just want money now. Whoops, there goes another person's dreams down the pan. Ooh. Chem bombs, crisscross. Ooh. Back to you. Before they put the lines down. Oh, look at that shit. Oh, chem bombs, here we are over going through Cook Strait. Oh, nasties. Oh, you nasty boys. Boom! Nasty toys. Do you see the nose? See the dot. The knuckles nucleus. Look at this chem formation here. It's not a peace sign. It's like the Viking Nordic rune for war. Look at this out here. Hey, it's like Pink Floyd's Marching Hammers. We don't need chem nations. Boom, boom. We damn sure don't need sales pitch dots controls. Boom. Plume! Look at this crap over Hawke's Bay. Holy mother of pearls. The lines are starting to come down now. Won't get much more viewing before the not sees come along, and make sure you do not see things. NLT, SES, the censors are hereby dubbed not sees, and by me. Okay, I got one little gap in the cloud, and I got a crisscross, perfect straight lines at an angle. You can hang a shelf with those. And that whole program needs to go on this shelf. Oh, those got plenty of chem in the Bay of Plenty. It's well named. All right, let's just put a bunch of bombs off over the air where a volcano is. What could possibly go wrong? Dumbasses. Dumb ways to die. Block your sunlight from bombs in the sky. My skin was burning real bad, but there was no sunlight to be had. You see a V shape here in the clouds, all pointing at a spot. Nothing going on here, folks. Nothing going on. Do you have a ship underneath this massive chem bombs? I think it's very possible. Because all the V is meeting there. It's like you're pointing at yourself. dumbass. It's like I'm not going to pick up a radar sweep. Dumb ways to die when chem bombing up your skies. No vitamin D today. You're getting the big D anyways. They put some chemicals in a canister, exploded in the sky, it's burning my skin for sure. Dumb ways we die. I tell you what, you're gonna extinct yourself, do yourself, but do we have to take every tree with us? Do we have to take everything? Else has to die too. Look at this plume of smoke on its way. On its way across the Atlantic. Where will it be directed? Who will EMF it away? The Azores will decide. As a set of islands out here will make a big decision. And well, we don't get to circumvent some decisions. Some things after they happen you can't glue back on. And well, burnt bun's burnt. Stop making the same recipe, turn the oven down. Right? Well, we're causing big problems with the chem here over Canada. Oh, Canada. They burned your asses up. What a fucking shame. Yeah, we got some marine cloud brightening evidence going out here like I showed you in those other pictures. I mean, that's going on right here. Right here, right now is all you have. You don't have tomorrow. Yesterday is just you dialing in what you could have done better or didn't do, you regret doing, or should have watched this show and you should have watched that. And well, you know, all you have is right now. And this is all you got to deal with is now. And right now is a very toxic situation going on around the world. Look at California out here going out into the Badlands, into the deserts. Look at how much chem is in this line here, just the edges, the turbulent layer. I'll just do this one. I mean, just right here. Yeah, it's a big old Sanchez there, isn't it? You know, 2,400 square kilometers of chem up crap, blocking light from a forest down here that I imagine might appreciate some relief. Might want some toxin-free rain after all that smoke. Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of fire retardants, so I'm expecting to see some red rain fall out in some of the plumes from this smoke, from them dumping fire retardant, which is a known carcinogen. You don't want to be playing around in that fire foam. Or the ones we used to play in was not healthy. See the boom boom plumes here, Canada? See the cross pattern? It's a very sad situation for the whole planet of what's being allowed to occur. And the ones to blame is us, you and I. Yes, I scream, I holler, and do everything I can. But it's going to take all of us, and we're going to have to set aside a lot of differences to have the one thing we want, which is clean air. And it's our birthright to have that. It's our birthright to have toxin-free water. It's our birthright not to be whipped into submission. And it's our birthright to ask for the change that we want to see in the world. When storm circulations begin to go square and fall out from the air, it kills people. You know, these straight lines. And it's a nice day for them there, but not so nice for them over here with the microwaves. These forests need continual sunlight as they're supposed to naturally get. They're not supposed to have acid on leaves. That's supposed to have waxes and things on it that protect them. No, this is an unacceptable program. The solution is to stop spraying us like bugs. Solar radiation management is bad. Acid rain has been proven to be bad. And if you can, during these rain events, would you please get me some pH readings? I would appreciate that. And so we continue to become informed. I don't care where you are in the world. Let me know. What's the pH reading of your rain? All right, be safe. Big love. Peace.